Hello, everyone. Good evening. I don't know if anybody will be around. This was a very last minute live. So, the very last minute, guys, I just got in from Belgium. I went to Christmas markets in Bruges. Bruges. Oh, sorry. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good. Hopefully we get people on the live. I'm so sorry, this was extremely last minute. I'm trying to advertise these lives, but I don't know if it will help. Please let me know if it makes a difference, guys. And I really want you to engage with me in the chat because this is going to be an interesting one today. And I'm not sure how long I'll be here, I'll be honest. While I wait for people to join, I hope everybody is doing well. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. Happy Sunday. So I took I went Eurostyle, guys. I'm in my nesting phase. I'm putting quite a lot of effort into clearing up my house, getting things done. Home is where the heart is. I'm also going to get a better stand. My filming room is ready. I just need a special type of chair so that I'm not just sitting, because I'm not somebody who can just lie down and talk to you. I prefer to sit up most times. I have a rocking chair, but I want to get better lighting. I'll have to get some sort of a mount so that I can use it for lighting. But yeah, my filming room, I'm calling it my art room because that room is going to be very creepy. I'm a big fan. I live in an old house and I love using what I have. You know, I play with shadows. I play with the oldness of the architecture. If you've ever been to the UK, you know about our terraced homes or even semi-detached. A lot of the homes from this home this is not Victorian, unfortunately, but this was more like Edwardian. No, that's not right. What? It was built in the 1930s, 1950s. So it has relatively high ceilings for a British home, and you see a lot of the older architecture on here. It's sloping and weird, but it's okay. So yeah, only 5 people. Yikes, that's not encouraging for a Sunday afternoon, but that's okay. Like I said, this was a bit of a last minute surprise live. How's everybody doing? If you can, please engage with the chat. I want us to keep the conversation going. Yeah, I got this power brush. I'm going to give it a few minutes before we get started. Hopefully more people can join. If you can't join, that's okay. Like I said, this was very last minute. I would have ideally done this later in the day, but how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I ordered something from. Oh, hello, Anne. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to you, my dear. And yes, I love to do it, Anne. I do it because I think a lot of people defend the Sussexes. Not everybody wants to create a channel and do it. That's fair. It's not easy putting your face out there. But I have no qualms. If nothing else in this world, in this life, I believe in supporting black women. Yes, Megan is a black woman. A black woman in that her mother is black. I don't care how she presents. That's a black woman, and her treatment is very. Her treatment resonates with a lot of black women, I think, because people don't. I keep telling everybody this stuff. They don't listen to me. It doesn't matter how much you dilute your bloodline, you lightify your skin through marriage or makeup. As soon as people recognize and know what you are, who you are, it doesn't matter how many non-black friends you have, how many non-African friends you have. eventually, unfortunately, there will be people who will always remind you how they perceive you. So, my support of Megan is empathy, because this woman hasn't done anything to anyone to deserve the amount of vitriol she gets. So, yeah, that's why I defend them. So, okay, it's 5 minutes now. So, I don't like dragging this out. So, I'm going to get to it. Let's talk about the Sussexes, guys. So I'll start with this has been a fantastic week. Yes. With Love Megan came out. And I have to admit, guys, I knew it was going to do well. But I kind of didn't see, because I know season 2 didn't really hit that hard, not the way season 1 did. So I won't lie, I was a bit nervous, because we have quite a lot of big things on Netflix, guys. There's the Sean Puffy Combs documentary. I don't know. I know I have quite a lot of black and brown people in my channel as subscribers. I'm sure many of you have watched it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. You have the Sean Puffy Combs documentary, which got a lot of hype. You know, you have Stranger Things came back. You have some other Christmas content that has come out. You have some new shows dropping, and for the fact that without any of Megan's promo, without any of the so-called comparative promo, Megan has been able to crack top 10, not just in the main territories, UK, Canada, I don't know if she's US, but I think, well, but the fact that she's been able to do it in 25 countries, that's incredible. And it's so fascinating that she's top 10 and rising in the UK, which again, it's one thing to release it's one thing for tabloids. I watched it like 5 times now. It's one thing for tabloids to release their emotional support polls. It's another thing for the actual numbers to speak for themselves. You know, people can lie all they want, but people are watching Megan's content. And what I love about it, from some of the feedback I'm seeing, they are not royal fans. It's just people who like the idea of homemaking and families and hosting, and maybe they're just genuinely curious about this woman, who are engaging with her content. So yeah, shout out to Megan. It's not easy. And it's fantastic. And for those of you who may not have watched it, we had a Discord live. I strongly advise that you do. You can keep it on in the background. You find that even if you just want to ignore it, yeah, something will catch your eye. If it's the way she's doing her gift wrapping, if it's her amazing fashion or her guests, something will catch your eye. And what I love about the show is Megan isn't inviting like Oprah or Beyonce or big stars. These are hospitality people. These are cooks. These are some people who have done humanitarian work. These are people that she has personal relationships with, and is still doing that well. So for people that are saying, "Oh, the Megan effect is not real," is because she's a member of the royal family. Okay. Then how come nobody watched Kate Middleton's Christmas Effect? Ooh. Why do I not have any rating information about Kate Middleton's Christmas event? And it's not even just ratings. I'm not seeing any social media engagement about her Christmas show. Not one. So please miss me with that. And let me even leave Kate alone. Other members of the royal family, because the idea is, if Meghan didn't have her title, she wouldn't be known. So you're saying that it is only that Duchess Meghan, that Duchess title of House Sussex, that is making her popular? Then how come no other person in the royal family, people that are actual princes, people that are other duchesses, how come they're not making that type of traction if the affiliation to British royalty is the only thing keeping it going? Don't make me laugh. So yeah, if you look at all the content that's out, and the fact that Megan was able to break top 10 on Netflix, yeah. What I'm hoping now is the people that are making these decisions look at the metrics, look at what works, what doesn't work, and tell us when they're going to announce season 3. Don't play in my face, Netflix, because I know Megan's show is not expensive to me. She's shooting it at a house. She has a small crew. Compared to your other productions, this is not expensive. If you can be wasting our time with the multiple ridiculous seasons of Selling Sunset that is no longer talking about selling homes, by the way, then you can give us with Love Megan season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we also want international shipping. I shouldn't be spending all that money. The money that I could be spending buying Megan's goods, I spend it on international shipping. So I have my products now. I really wanted to get the chocolates, but you guys sold it out. So woe is me. But yeah, I'm hoping that Megan can scale. I'm hoping that, with the success of the TV show itself, with the success of the Christmas standalone special, we get a lot more. And I think from what I've been made to understand, that show was filmed in 2024. So here's what I personally think. I think they filmed other seasons this year, because Megan kind of gave it away. If you guys remember that Jamie Lee McLana interview, she was saying that it's not just film, that there's the filming. She's a producer, right? So she has to be looking at content. She has to look at, what they filmed, that they have to talk about it. And I feel like for her to be saying it in that way, they filmed 4 and 5. So yeah, I think like everything else, because of the amount of social media traction, I believe that's why they're keeping the secret so close. So I can't wait for them to announce the next season, and I'm hoping we get it soon. The Christmas episode has come. The first season was in March. I'm hoping we get something in the next few months, guys. Hopefully, hopefully. So yeah, very happy for Megan. I love the gift wrapping of the wine. That really blew my mind. I love the gift wrapping of the teddy bear, because that was very creative, and I like the fact that she and Harry eat gumbo. I don't know what gumbo is. I'm Nigerian. We don't eat that here. But because of the similarities in African, Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latina, African American culture, I'm very sure if she puts the ingredients together, I can relate it to something from my culture. So yeah, love it. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. Love Megan. Even if you don't want to watch it, keep it watching so that the ratings stay up. And now we come to the next topic, guys. Prince Harry. So Prince Harry, I'm going to start with, before I get to answer, I'm going to Prince Harry. So some videos came out recently of Prince Harry he's done on 2 different occasions over the past week and a half. He's had speaking engagements, one at a rental property fair. And this is the thing about Prince Harry, right? I believe that Prince Harry isn't just showing up as a celebrity. He's showing up for specific reasons. So I'm curious to see what he has going on with property. Maybe he's investing in something. Maybe he's doing some kind of initiative. I would love to. I think it will come out when it comes out. Looking forward to that. Or maybe he just went there because, again, do you guys remember, was it 2023, 2022? There were some videos of Meghan attending a business conference, a kind of quiet, very small standalone investor business meeting. I think somewhere I'm not sure if it was in Montecito, and the British press was speculating because of course they were. And what came out of that is we have, as ever, we have with Love Meghan. So yeah, I don't think Harry and Meghan attend these events just cause. He might be speaking there because there's something that he's doing. Whatever it is you're working on, Harry, I hope it's going to work out for you. Very happy for him. And I think that the thing that takes me aback and always gets me about Harry is how statesman he sounds. Every single time. He's at ease with the crowd, and the crowd love him. The crowd love Prince Harry. Yeah. He's lovely. They love him. So speaking engagements, and this is somebody that says that he has ADHD. I'm very proud of Harry for that. So it's not easy when you have ADHD being a public speaker. It's months and months and months of practice. There's a lot of you have to teach your brain how to stick on topic. So it's kind of like I really respect him for that, and I think he also someone says he suffers from dyslexia. I don't recall hearing that he actually does, but you know what? It's fine. So yeah, that was good. So guys, let me have a sandwich. I've been traveling. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about tobacco. When I put this up, right? I'll be honest. I put it in my video yesterday. My channel is an anti-Markle space. I don't want to hear from Tom Markle. I don't want to hear from his racist, grifting idiot son. And I don't want to hear from Pegalega, as I call her, Samantha. I don't hear from these people. They are all god-awful people who many international tabloid press have been very happy exploiting. For content. But we're going to talk about something family estrangement from the perspective of the children. Every time I see family estrangement content, guys, it's always from the parents. Oh, the parents are suffering. The parents are going through hell. The parents are struggling. A child, a child, a child does not choose to go no contact with parents that treated them well. You have done something. You have. It doesn't have to be you physically, emotionally, or mentally, even you brutalizing that child. A child goes no contact with you when it is better for their peace of mind and mental health to give you space. Because children, and that is the painful tragedy of being a child, guys, children love their parents no matter what. We are tied to them. We are bonded to them. No matter what trauma they bring on us, that tie is there. Through blood, through spirit. Whether you believe in spirituality or you don't, call it religion, I don't care. Children are tied to their parents. No fully functional child makes a decision to cut ties with their parents. Something has happened or something has been building up. Thomas Markle, as we saw in my video, and that's why it was very important to me to release that video. I think in hindsight, I got very angry and I thought, you know what, people who are dealing with estrangement are going to not understand. I think the children will understand, Megan, because of how painfully public this whole affair has been. I don't know Thomas Markle, and I respect Megan for not releasing anything about his mental health, state of mind. All of that is down to his other children, Samantha and his son Tom Jr. Two adult people who have not this, who couldn't figure out a way to exist in this world with dignity. They decided they wanted to take advantage of the good their sister has brought into their lives. Not in a useful way, not in a, oh wow, Megan, this platform you have now, you know what, would you mind as my sister helping me out? I would like to make some connections. Maybe I have a business or I have a type of project that I would like to do. Maybe you could, maybe not do it for me, maybe invite me into certain rooms to speak to certain people so that I can plead my case. There are so many ways Meghan's family members could have benefited from her relationship with Harry in a way that is still very loving, that still respects her and doesn't put her in a bad light. But I will say this, maybe them showing their hand now is good. Maybe by showing their hand, they solved a very difficult problem for Meghan. Because who is going to want to engage with the Markles now? Unless they are tabloid media. Who, let's keep it 500%, do not care about Thomas Markle. They don't care if they don't even care about Meghan. What they've seen is an opportunity to monetize drama. And it says a lot about us as a society that we engage with this type of thing. Our love of reality shows, our love of drama TV shows, and royal family gossip and shenanigans has made us very willing participants to the trauma creation and brutalization of people. And I think as people we should be ashamed of ourselves, because they will not be talking about Meghan at all, even if people did not engage with those posts. They will not be talking about Thomas Markle if people were not watching that content. And I think we have the power. We can stop this because they are certainly not going to. I don't care if you hate Meghan. I really couldn't give a shit. You hate her, you hate her. I'm not here to convince you. I love her. But every human being on this earth understands family estrangement. We know how complex, painful, exhausting it is. It's a deeply personal and private matter. Deeply personal. So can somebody explain to me why the Daily Mail is exploiting this very painful topic for clicks? Why is I'm not here to, I don't understand why the Markles are doing what they are doing. It could be greed, it could be jealousy, it could be all of these things. It could be racism. I'm sure there's that as well, because Meghan is the half black sibling. She doesn't get to, she isn't supposed to be the one doing the best. All these things they are doing is to put Meghan in her place. Whatever their reason for doing it, they are doing it because they don't respect her. They want to hurt her. Oh wow, you think because you married a prince you're better than everyone? When did she say that? What has she done that gives you the impression that she's lording over you? Her position is elevated. She is married to one of the most popular people in the world. It's not Meghan's fault. She didn't ask for this. She knew it was coming because that is the price of being with Harry. But she didn't ask for worldwide fame. I don't think so. And I think she understood that, okay, being with you is going to introduce this and this and this and this. But I want to use that platform to do this and this and this and this. The reason why Meghan's white family is doing what they are doing is because of entitlement and racism. I said it before. Because the biracial black sibling wasn't supposed to get this type of life. So they're talking down to her because in their mind, who the hell do you think you are? You are nobody. We will humiliate you. We will laugh at you. We will mock you because we don't think you deserve what you have. How dare you ignore us? It's evil, but it's not unexpected. We as a people need to stop engaging with the press because, and this is for the rangers as well. Many of you are posting things like, oh, she's so awful, who does she think she is, how can she do that to her father? What the hell is wrong with you people? I want you to, you people are acting like you don't understand where she is coming from, and that's the part that pisses me off. You, every human being on this earth has a parent of some sort. You did not materialize here, somebody brought you here. Now, it may not be your biological parent that raised you. It might be a grandparent, your siblings, a caretaker, a guardian, right? How would you feel if that person went on a very international platform, knowing the type of media attention your name gets, and was telling all your secrets? They were saying things like what Thomas Markle likes telling everybody, that I don't know. And to be fair to Thomas Markle, I haven't categorically watched an interview where he has said this himself. So it could be the press, right? It could be the press saying it. Imagine Thomas Markle telling people, imagine Thomas Markle reading the press telling people that Meghan's mom was in jail, that he's the one that took care of her solely, when there is enough evidence from Meghan herself and from pictures she's shown that she spent the majority of her time with her mom. You don't care because it's not you. How would you feel if your parent did that to you? How would you feel if your parents went on the channel of somebody who enjoys bashing you daily, who insults you, who minimizes your pain, who mocks the experiences that you have, to agree with them, to say you are exaggerating or you're lying about racism, to say that you are lying about your mental health issues, to say that your children are not biologically yours? This is from a place of hatred, guys. Thomas Michael doesn't love his child. And this is the next part I was going to talk about: family estrangement. There are many children that are adults who look in the mirror and accept that their parents hated them. This is not something that many people who are close to their father and mother can understand. So I'm not asking you to. Many of us have had to accept that our parents didn't like us. Isn't that awful? Isn't that an awful reality to find out that everything that you experience with your parents, their lack of attention, their cruelty, their abuse, it all boils down to the fact that they may have brought you here, but they didn't like you. They just didn't like you. They didn't love you. And they can't. Imagine carrying that pain inside. Meghan loved her father. And that's the part that breaks my heart. Because Meghan genuinely loved her dad. And I believe, and people are going to get angry at me, but I'll say it anyway. I believe that Meghan's confidence and her, I'm sorry to say this, the fact that she's very white presenting, guys, I believe is because she hero worshipped her father. I'm sorry, it's true. I feel it. Not that she doesn't love her mom. I didn't say that. But Megan's love for her father is a very painful recipe that comes out of living in a broken home. So she spent the majority of the time with her mom, right? And the parent, unfortunately, that gets to keep the child the most is the one that has to set the boundaries, the one that has to set the rules. The drop-in parent who picks you up every other weekend or takes you for a few weeks and returns you back You know, I'm not saying that parent doesn't love you, but it's not the same as living with that child day in and day out. All of a sudden, that child, especially when they are so young, will start hero worshipping the parent that is never there because it's like, well, when I'm at home with mommy, I have to go to bed at 8 p.m. But but when I stay over with dad, he lets me watch TV till midnight. When I stay over with dad, he lives in a nicer neighborhood. I have access to different things that I can't get from mommy's neighborhood. Maybe I don't know. I'm just saying. There's always that disconnect, that difference. Kids of broken homes. I don't have that experience, so I don't know. But I've listened to enough podcasts, and I've listened to enough kids who grew up in broken homes to know that the damage, well, I think one of the biggest damages about having children in separate homes is the parent that is not present the most gets, many times than not, gets the hero marker. Oh, he's not here because mommy is difficult. Maybe because mommy is difficult. If mommy was a nicer person, maybe daddy will be here. If mommy was this, maybe daddy will be here. If daddy was this, maybe mommy will be here. It's a terrible thing, honestly. And two parents have to figure out a way they can raise their child so that this child feels that they are loved regardless. Am I saying that Megan's mom didn't do that? I don't know. And that's the point, guys. All of this is my opinion, my speculation, my assumption. I don't know. We don't know. Which, let me circle back to the main crux of this topic. It is not our business. I have my opinions about Thomas Markle. I don't care if Megan decides to show up with him and take pictures. As far as I'm concerned, when that man dies, I am going to put something on the grill. We're going to have a celebratory live. And I will call him everything but the child of God. Because I recognize the pattern in Thomas Markle. He's an evil parent. I don't believe he likes his child. He hates his child. Because if you love your child, you would not do this. I mean, how? How would you go? If you love your child, you wouldn't go on Piers Morgan's show when you know that Piers, the things, Piers, do you know that, guys, when I was doing that video yesterday, there were many things, so many things I couldn't just watch because I didn't, Piers triggers me with the way he talks about Meghan. I raise my hand, I admit it. The vitriol, the evil of it. Because, and the reason why he triggers me is the things he was saying about Meghan on Good Morning Britain. Meghan was still in the UK. And Thomas Markle went on his show. Is that the behavior of someone that loves his child? You derangers, are you insane? Would you treat your child that way? Would you be happy if your parents treated you that way? So why are you pretending like you don't understand why Meghan wants nothing to do with him? To me, I'm not, and I haven't listed the rest. Just going on Piers Morgan alone is enough. The things he was saying about this woman, come on. Let me appeal to both the Sussex squad and the derangers and the casual viewer. If this was your parent, if this was you as a parent to your child, what would you say? Because it's nice to bash Meghan. It feels good, right? But with this family estrangement thing, I think we can all agree that this is bullshit. We should be angry. We should be angry that a father who wasn't even present in Meghan's life had the audacity to go on national TV regularly on a show where the host delighted in bashing Meghan to affirm that person, to give his words credibility. Why aren't you angry? We should all be angry. That is abuse. Okay, fine, you had a falling out with Meghan. Why am I hearing about it? I can understand Harry. The royal family are attention whores. Why am I in a Nigerian woman who lives in the UK who doesn't know Meghan from Adam? Why am I hearing about the family squabbles you are having? How is that my business? How is it any of our businesses? You want to talk to your daughter? Go and talk to your child. Beg, go on your knees and beg her. I am sorry. Why are you talking to the press? Tom, there are other ways, and this is the part that pisses me off. There are other ways Thomas Sparkle can reach his child. There are ways. Thomas Sparkle has the phone numbers of everybody, all the people that he colluded with. Just call one of them and say, I want to talk to Meghan. And I bet you in like 24 hours, Meghan will be calling him. But he's lying. I can't reach Meghan, so I have to talk to the press. What? But Meghan can email you though. And the update on that, sorry guys, Daily Mail, why am I saying Daily Mail? The People magazine released a statement. Meghan sent him emails, or sent him an email on Friday. The email did not bounce back. That's an active email address. So there is a way you can communicate with her. But you chose not to. Because this isn't about reconciling with Meghan. This is about making money. You allowed a Daily Mail reporter to have access to your phone. So if Meghan wants to email, that's why Meghan didn't text you or call you, because she knows your phone is not with you. Why is a Daily Mail reporter living with Thomas Markle? The Rangers, I hate Meghan. Please let me know in the chat. Explain to me how this evil woman, as you've classed her, explain to me why a journalist from a tabloid has Meghan's father's phone. Meghan is the evil one now. Tell me in the chat. I'm very keen to hear from you. After all, it's Meghan's fault, right? She's an evil child. Why does a Daily Mail tabloid reporter have the phone of the daughter-in-law of the king? Let me help you frame it that way, because that's a very good tabloid headline. That's a very good speculation headline, actually. What is going on? And more importantly, the Rangers and even Sussex Squad, why are you not angry? All that fuss people are making online, leave Meghan alone, Meghan is a bitch, blah, blah, blah. Why are we not collectively angry that the British press have so, this has to be illegal, right? How is this any different from the phone hacking thing that happened? And all of you get caught up in the drama. My anger actually is, let me be very clear, is towards the Rangers and the Sussex Squad. Because you know better. They want this engagement. They want you to be angry. That is the point. They want you to click on the articles and speculate and defend. That's why Megan doesn't engage with him. Because even though she should hate her father, she can't. Exactly. Thank you. If and this is for the squaddies now. If we really want this to stop, we stop the engagement. They post something about Tom Markle. We, if you must reply at all, just say stream with love Megan on Netflix. Buy as ever. Ignore them. You know, don't even respond. They want you to argue. They don't care. It's crazy, guys. You have Megan's father's phone just sitting down there waiting patiently for Megan to call him, for Megan to text him. Her father. How cruel is that? So that as soon as that text message starts, it's front page news on Daily Mail. It's breaking news on GB News. And they are doing all of this because we as people are engaging with it. We're all guilty of it. So Markle is evil. Doesn't love his child. There's no love there. There's no love, nothing. And the funny thing is, I truly believe that this behavior, that's always been him. He didn't have a mental health crisis and suddenly start hating his child. Nah. That's always been Tom Markle. Yeah. Yeah. That being said, it is not up to us to tell Megan how to manage this situation. This is still her biological father. And for her own peace of mind, she has to. I believe that she will do what she needs to do. And I think that we as fans, the takeaway of this disaster to me is we need to stop engaging with Tom Markle. Anything that has to do with Tom Markle, ignore. Ignore it. Don't engage with it. Like I said, the only reason I made that video is because I think people need to remember what Tom Markle is and what he's done. He's not some frail old man. He's somebody who made a concerted decision to hurt his child because he doesn't like her. I don't know what it is about Megan he does not like. I don't know. I won't speculate. But his children are also bad parents. So maybe this is something that they all carry. I don't know. And maybe there are things that he did or he wasn't doing that Megan with her rose colored glasses never noticed. And hopefully, now that she knows this man for what he is, whatever choice she decides to make, she protects herself. Because that's what fans do. Family estrangement is a very delicate thing. I am not here to tell Megan what to do because I don't know if I could do it myself. It's all good to say don't talk to him again. That's her dad. And from the videos that bastard released, it's very clear that she adored her dad. She loved him. All I want for her is to be protected. And I believe that's where the squad can come in. Anything that has to do with Thomas Markle, we need to stop making a trend. Ignore it. Ignore it. I saw that her brother, the one with the racist channel, I think he's back on YouTube again. I said what I will do. The best thing I will do is I'll just go there and just spam his. I'll just start spam reporting his account. When I find out what it is, I'll post it in the chat. All I ask the squad is just spam report his account, so he gets blocked. To me, the fact that a Daily Mail reporter is living with Thomas Markle, that's a separate topic on its own. I won't be discussing it. That's why I'm talking about it now. So that I don't have to talk about it again. And I think that's something in the UK after Carol Malone made defamatory statements. Exactly, S. Johnson. Thank you for reminding me of that. Actually, you made a very good point. I completely forgot about. For those of you who may not be aware or you're new to the squad, Megan, and you guys would have seen it in my video that I posted where I put Thomas Markle's greatest hits. There's a part of that video where we talk about where Piers Morgan asks him about the email that Thomas Markle, who I want to see my daughter, I want to see my grandkids. She sent him a letter. Thomas Markle gave that letter to the press. His excuse for doing that was, well, I saw an interview where she was saying her friends were saying terrible things about me. What interview? Meghan doesn't talk to the press about Tom Markle or any of her family members. She didn't do any interview until that documentary came out on Netflix. So when he says he saw an interview, I was like, Mr. Markle, what interview are you referring to? Because it better not be that baby shower interview. Nobody mentioned your name. That's why I said this one's a liar. Then he was now saying things like, and I'm glad Piers asked that question. And he was saying that, well, the only reason Piers asked him the question of, what do you say to your critics who say, why are you talking to the press? Go and talk to your daughter. He said, well, I don't have any choice. There's no other way to reach Meghan. What? But you can reach William's handlers. You can reach Jason Nuff. But you can't reach your child. How about this? Email your child and don't sell that email. How about that? Thomas Markle is a liar. Because again, another thing for the derangers, they come and they say things like, I knew Meghan was a heartless person. I'm exchanging conversation with you and you're selling our communication and you think I'll keep talking to you? Are you derangers insane? Then again, I guess derangers are used to backstabbing each other, so that's why they don't understand why that is a step too far. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. Thomas Markle printed a letter that Meghan sent to him, and I believe that Meghan sent that letter intentionally because she knew he would. And she knew that the tabloid that was stupid enough to go and print it, any of them was going to get hit with a lawsuit. And they fell right into her trap. and she sued Daily Mirror. Not only did the Mirror Group have to apologize to her, they had to pay her compensation as well as her lawyer fees. That was a beautiful day. Russell Myers was bitching and complaining and saying things like, well, Meghan shouldn't feel so happy with herself. Can you imagine? For winning this lawsuit that we brought on ourselves by illegally printing a private letter. But he was just doing that one for show. Because it was international headlines that the Mirror lost that. And not only did Thomas Markle release a private letter between Meghan and him for the press to print, he was very happy to appeal, to help the press appeal the decision. He said he would come and testify. He will come and testify for one. I didn't even catch what he said he will come and testify for. This is the person that is aching to see his child, by the way. So let me recap what I just said. Sorry, it was very disjointed. Meghan sent a private letter to her father. Her father printed the content, gave the contents to the tabloids to print. He said he didn't give them the full letter. I believe he did. The tabloids fell into that trap because I believe that was a trap Meghan set for him because she knew he would leak it. The tabloids fell into the trap, got sued, were found liable, had to pay her everything, compensation, apologized to her, as well as pay her lawyer fees. They appealed. Thomas Markle said that he will happily help them. He would happily help them. This is Meghan's father, by the way, who leaked a letter she sent to him. He said he would happily help them in their appeal. Of course, the judge threw that nonsense out. And what's the first thing Thomas Markle does? He runs to Piers Morgan. And this is the man that you, the Rangers, want Meghan to keep in contact. Because if it were you, you will maintain contact with that type of person. Keep on making up all these rules that no normal human being can conform to. But when it comes to Meghan, Meghan is superwoman. She must forgive everyone. She must reach out to everyone. She must open everything to everyone. She's God. All forgiving. With no apology. No olive branch, nothing. I was watching something on Daily Mail, on the Sun, but I was doing this, guys. Thank you, Karen. I was watching something about this. If you I wasn't watching it; it just popped up on my algorithm. Samara Gill from the Sun was saying that she was there with what's her name? Aqua Hagan, and she was saying that Netflix is not going to renew with Love Meghan. And she was also saying something like, well, something, well, she brings it on herself. And Afua asked her why, by existing? And she was like, no. She didn't finish saying anything, because I'm like, when people say Meghan brings the abuse that she gets on herself, I'm always genuinely baffled. By doing what exactly? By existing. Clearly. By wanting and needing to have a business so that she can provide for her family, because they're not sucking the taxpayers' teeth, so they have to work. By having friends, by loving her children and wanting their safety and protected, by protecting their privacy, by having an Instagram, which is something every millennial under has, by loving her husband, by saying her husband loves her, by having a podcast, by having interviews, by selling goods, by talking to people, by breathing. She brings the abuse on herself. I'm glad Samara admitted it, because they're always pretending like there's something that Megan has done that all of us, for whatever reason, can't see what that is. So yeah, you want to stop the abuse. You want Tom Markle's abuse in the media to stop, because he's not going to stop talking, and Megan is not going to engage him. So here's how we stop it. We stop engaging with the press. They post something about Tom Markle, you be like, no. Do you know that meme of Squidward asking, do you see something? But not if you don't see it. Like I said, promote Megan's products or show instead. The same way they've chosen to ignore Kate Middleton's Christmas special, they'll begin to ignore Thomas Markle, because it won't be worth the money now. And I know it's not enough, because there are people who are not online who also engage with this content. But at least we're starting somewhere. Some of you in the chat are saying that Thomas Markle has lifetime rights. I think it's Karen has lifetime rights to. Sorry, Daily Mail has lifetime rights to Thomas Markle's story. Again, for the derangers who are still wondering why Megan doesn't talk to him, I'm pretty sure Megan is aware, and that's why she will never let him near her children, near herself. Yeah. Family estrangement is a private affair, guys. Nobody here has any right to tell Megan how to handle it. We can only support her and ignore the British press. That's all we can do. Even that is the limit of our parasocial relationship with this woman. You can't tell her what to do. But yeah, that was a very interesting Friday, Saturday. Maybe if I wasn't in Belgium at the time, I would have probably reacted in a different way. But I was hoping that by Saturday afternoon we would have moved on. But when I saw Megan we had to release a statement, I was like, okay, this has grown. The usual tactic of ignore this nonsense is clearly not going to work. So let's speak about it. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Thomas Markle. But for me personally, my feelings about him, I've already shared them. He doesn't love his daughter. He never did. I don't think he ever did, to be honest, because you don't just switch up on your child like that. She's his child. He will acknowledge her. He will do the bare minimum. But he didn't love her. He never did. And unfortunately for Megan, she had to find out in a very terrible way. And I cry for her. I really do, because that's terrible. But you take your lessons. We can't change how our parents feel or don't feel about us. But we can do better for our children when we have them. And for ourselves and our peace of mind. Take care of yourself. Yeah, that's it, guys. It was I had to get it off my chest. I wasn't gonna talk about it again, but it was my video wasn't angry enough. I was just trying to give you guys a recap, but I thought get the anger and the frustration out of your head so that you can close this chapter and move on. And also prepare yourself that Megan might, for her own peace of mind, want to reconcile with her dad in a way that you don't like. He is a dad. Do I think Megan will bring him around the children? No. No way. No way. I believe if Megan wants to talk to her father one on one, she'll probably surprise him in a way that she can get him alone. Don't forget, and I read this online. The lady from Daily Mail is now Thomas Markle's next of kin, which is insane, by the way. A tabloid newspaper is Meghan's father's next of kin. I hope they pay for that surgery. That's all I have to say. I hope they're covering his medical bills. Because if they think Meghan is going to do it, I think they're going to be very, very, very surprised that she won't. And I won't blame her. He's not her next of kin. So since Daily Mail have decided that they want to insert themselves into the Markle family, they better get those bills paid. And we need to look at the laws, because I don't know if UK law, journalistic laws, allows what the Daily Mail is doing with Thomas Markle. I don't know if that's allowed. Is a reporter supposed to move in with her subject matter, get access to his records, become his next of kin? It sounds bloody criminal to me. And that's what I'm saying. If we were spending more time, instead of screaming at Meghan, screaming at, raising noise, that why is a Daily Mail reporter living with Thomas Markle? If we brought more attention to that, I think that would be a good, very good use of our time. Much more than speculating on whether Meghan would get back together with her dad, which is not our business and we have no control over. What a clusterfuck this whole thing has turned into. But anyway, Meghan, we love you. I love you. And I'm sending you good vibes wherever you are in the world. Moving very quickly to the Christmas Carol. Yes, I know it's not Meghan, it's not Harry. But it's funny. Guys. So after announcing to us that Skeletor was going to have her Christmas event on Friday night, the British media did not give Kate Middleton, didn't even say let them give her 1/3 of coverage. As soon as her ass, in short, as soon as this Thomas Markle story broke, that was a wrap. There was no conversation, no coordination. The news of the weekend has been Thomas Markle. The Rangers are going to blame Meghan now and say it's her fault somehow. Which is why we should be insulting the Rangers every single day. Because I genuinely believe the Rangers are not well. So yeah. I don't know, did anybody... Okay, that's a stupid question. I know many of you probably didn't know or didn't care that Kate Middleton had her flop fest of a Christmas special. I didn't even... Do you know what? I wasn't gonna talk about it. That's how much I don't care. She said she was going to invite some celebrities. I think they said Chiwetel Ejiofor was there. I didn't see him. Who else was there that would be even front page news? I think Jamie. I don't know who was there, guy. I really don't know who was there. Anyway, it was a flop as usual. I'm waiting for ITV's ratings to come out so that I can check where it debuted and where it ended. It seems like Kate Middleton can't catch a break. The British press have told us over and over and over again that Kate Middleton is a secret weapon. She's the most beloved royal. Hmm. The most beloved royal, Kate Middleton, had a Christmas episode with celebrity guests. All of that was overshadowed by Meghan's trifling as father. Not one British Royal Rota press that I follow talked about that event. All of them ran with the Thomas Markle story. Not one. In fact, the only person I saw doing any form of deep dive was Ministry of Hacks, who is a Sussex squaddy. He's the only person that spoke about that event. Gave her show the 5 minutes of attention it was looking for, because he actually paid attention to who was performing. The British press, whose very simple job was always give William and Kate coverage, could not be bothered. I have a theory, and I believe that, guys, this was intentional. I believe that ever since William gave Eugene Levy that interview, a lot of people in the press are very angry about it. Because, I mean, why wouldn't they be? We've been lying on your behalf, we've been hiding your secrets, we've been bashing your brother, we've been terrorizing your sister-in-law. What are we getting for it then? If you won't give us exclusive interviews. Do you see the pickled royal family have put themselves in now? When you thought the tabloids were your friends for some reason, you fed them information about Harry and Meghan. Ignored Harry and Meghan when they spoke about the highly inappropriate practices going on in the press because nobody was talking about you. Well, now they are, and not in the way you like. Nobody is talking about you, Kate Windsor's, because you're boring and you're plain. And you're boring and you're plain because you two bozos have never worked a day in your life. So yeah, I only went. It's so boring. I couldn't even dedicate up to a minute to this Kate's Christmas Carol. That's how boring it was. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen any clips from it. So if you guys watched it, I want to give me feedback. Please let me know. Am I going to watch it, guys? I love you. 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 But there is absolutely no effing way I'm going to watch Kate's Christmas Carol unless I'm using it for content to drag Kate. But even then, I'm wondering if the content is worth it because I don't want Kate's nonsense on my algorithm. I want a light, cutesy video where I'm just dragging poor performances, poor clothing, poor choices, poor everything. Well, as soon as I get the ITV ratings, I'll share it with everyone. But yeah, I love your comment, Karen. Yeah, this channel will continue to be Sussex positive commentary, where we also drag the haters because, guys, once in a while they deserve bollocking. Well, I am not going to, but this is the last time I'm going to engage with Thomas Markle, unless he dies. When he dies, we're going to have a live where you watch me throw something on the grill. Hopefully, I'll have some Azeva wine, and we're going to party like it's 2001. Because that evil old bastard is now dead, and Megan can be free. But for now, I understand why she wants to get back with him. He's her father, and we have to respect our decisions. I saw somebody in the chat say they got chocolate. I am so jealous of you. Oh my God. I'm so jealous of you. I didn't get shit. With the Netflix acquisition, I'm so happy. I'm not happy about it, to be honest, guys, because I think it's going to fundamentally destroy how we manage content and how we get new content. But I'm happy for it from Megan's perspective because by becoming the biggest streamer and the biggest one of the biggest film media giants in the world, and Ted Sarandos himself having all these wonderful things to say about Megan, guys, the sky is the limit. I'm sure there are many content creators Ted doesn't on YouTube. Ted does not talk to, but Ted, for him to speak about Duchess Megan personally, yeah, that's a co-sign. So I look forward to the next things they're going to do together. Frankly, so yeah, what's coming up next, guys? So the next content we have in the Sussexes is the Massacre Kids documentary. We're going to do a live watch. If you guys are interested, I'm going to use Discord again because I can't do it on YouTube. For now, I am not monetizing it because I don't want us to. I want people in the squad to feel comfortable. I want people in the squad to feel that they can have a place to have a conversation with me. That's why Discord will be appropriate. So I'm going to post in the chats when that event will take place, and we can talk about the With Love, the Massacre Kids documentary, and just catch up generally. So I guess to recap, Megan's as ever continues to rise and rise. You guys could have left some chocolate, but well, that's neither here nor there. What else happened? Megan's With Love, Megan is top 10 globally. Globally. That's incredible considering the competition she has and very little promo. Prince Harry continues to attend speaking events, and I believe he's also using it to build some sort of portfolio for himself. So very excited. Clearly, what else? What else? I also spoke about Thomas Markle and yeah, Gills. So yeah, this has been an interesting live, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to get the frustration out of my chest. I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to post a poll so that we can agree when we want to watch the Massacre Kids event. Let me know when you can make it, and we can watch it together and talk about it afterwards or even during. So yeah, thank you all for staying with me. I'm exhausted. Like I said, I just came back from Brussels, so I want to go rest for a bit. It's going to be a busy week this week, guys. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for joining me on this very impromptu live. Bye.